Rise of the Constructicons is Transformers Animated Season 2, Episode 6, and 22 overall. Originally airing in America May 24th, 2008. In it, the Constructicons are born, and everyone wants to hang out with them. Shenanigans ensue. The episode begins with the bots doing some construction work to repair all the stuff from the last couple episodes. But when you know it, Blitznut are stealing materials. Bumblebee hops in and throws some over-the-top anime filters over them, but it does nothing, so Ratchet just trips them. For a split second, Bumblebee becomes a shattered glass Decepticon. How do you even screw that up on someone as familiar as Bumblebee? The two escape because the bots have to save good enough construction who are too busy filming TikToks to not run away. They work into the night and think of why the Decepticons need construction equipment. Bulkhead's making some corncrete like a witch. Despite being a giant robot that can slam through buildings, gain some concrete on his feet and mess him up. Meanwhile, some Allspark fragments go off. They settle on the names Mixmaster and Scrapper. They're kind of like more normal color constructing equipment, despite them having a Constructicon colored crane earlier. Mix is Jeff and Scrapper is Tom doing like Boston construction worker voices.
Is that right?
Mix, you're building things out of yourself.
Yo, Scrapper, you doing it too?
But no time to contemplate their newfound existence because they see a little red sports car and start hitting on it. This is a direct reference to Transformers Robots in Disguise 2001, where the character Sideburn was often hitting on little red sports cars. Back with Bulkhead, he can't figure out how to just add water because I think Cybertron works on the metric system. Whatever binder he put in is apparently explosive, and he almost gets impaled by a girder. Being the child of construction workers, I know very well that the only thing construction workers like more than harassing women is work and condescendingly smugly explaining how bad the other person did their job.
Stuff's old, outdated, totally unstable. But I guess you know that now, huh?
Was Bulkhead using radioactive material to mix the concrete? This isn't Florida, what are you doing? They help out Bulk as he learns that they're Allspark guys and don't know anything about any Transformer thing. But now he's got some friends. Bulkhead has a little shelf in his gut, and you have no idea how much time I tried making the toy that can't do this. But now the construction workers are on break, and they don't have any Monster Energy, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, or even chocolate milk. But they do have some motor oil that's absolutely beer.
You, sure we should be doing this?
Hey, we worked hard for it, didn't we? And who's gonna miss a few drops of oil anyway?
It's 2008, what are you talking about? So after throwing a couple back, Bulkhead wants to introduce the Constructibots to the bots. And they're not too impressed by Bulkhead's new binge drinking skill. Sorry, he does have other clothes. But after she nearly gets decapitated, Optimus wants these rednecks out of his house. But Bulkhead's like, come on, Dad. Meanwhile, Lugwing are still stealing stuff. And they're going up a very steep hill that doesn't exist in Detroit and are almost crushed until the Constructibots find them. And now that they don't got no home, Blitzwing decides to come up with a plan to use them for labor and then get rid of them. The two cons kind of look like PNGs in this shot, right? And right before they go boom, Megatron, I guess on his nightly walk, finds them and wants to use them for, well, constructing. And they make some very silly looking faces. So the next day at the Hot Wheel track, Bulkhead's out looking for his friends and he even stops some cops so he can talk to them. And of course, typical construction worker rather support a warmongering authoritarian rather than the actual working class.
Well, I don't know. They seem like regular bots to me, you know?
Especially that Megatron guy, right?
Yeah, he was the funny guy.
He can't be trusted. He'll lie and cheat and totally take advantage of you.
Scrapper as played by a sock puppet. The two make it back to the mine asking questions. Again, with Megatron already being outside, is he really a jogger? He grabs the Constructibots and says, "What? Nah. Now the bots are the real oppressors. I just want to give people safety and freedom, and I just want to go home." But the Constructibots aren't too political and don't really get what the hell they're trying to say, so Megatron goes to plan B, alcohol. Megatron has his own private stash, which is hilarious. Because this is the equivalent of him having his own wine cellar, or he's a craft brewer. They even have like cans crushed into wine glasses, and Megatron's even holding it all fancy like a wine glass. I love it. He dubs them Constructicons, and they go over to get the Allspark. I only really just now realize these guys are huge, even though Mix should be around the same size as Optimus. Bumblebee's the only Transformer in animated that doesn't have thick eyeliner, so you get some shots like this where it looks like he's got some serious bags. This leads into a tussle. Scrapper has a drill hand, and Mix threatens bees, so Bulkhead takes out the Allspark that has brown stripes rather than black, and one brewski for the road, which gives them some severe bubble gut, calling back earlier that radioactive material. And because the plot says so, the explosion gave them memory loss, so they can't just follow them back to the Decepticon mine, and they leave aimlessly. So now Bulkhead lost 2 of his friends. But hey, maybe they will make the better decision next time. I know a lot of people don't like this episode and don't like the Constructibots in this series, but I love construction worker humor because, again, I was raised around these people. So yeah, Mix and Scrapper are really funny to me. Plus, Megatron is great in this episode. He's so cunning and manipulative, convincing the Constructibots without having to threaten them. Bulkhead is also great in this episode because the Constructibots are friends that aren't friends with the rest of your friends, which is pretty realistic. And the ultimate tragedy, your best friends might not be on the same side as you. Overall, I'll give this episode 6.5. I really like Mix and Scrapper's designs. They, well, look like construction workers. From Mix having Carhartt suspenders, rolled up short sleeves, and a belt with pouches, to Scrapper having a tight short sleeve shirt, and yes, both of them do have plumber cracks. I like the front loader bucket is the chest of Scrapper in robot form, and his beard kind of looks like it. And speaking about beards, how they're designed, Mix kind of looks like he's got mutton chops, while Scrapper has like a chin strap. Real shame they never got a toy. Well, let me know your guys' opinions about the episodes and the Constructibots down below, as well as hitting that like button and subscribing.
Yeah, I like sports. So what?
I like sport, yeah.
My team's the best.
I know, right? The Giants.
In Jets.
Screw you, you fat guinea!
You wanna go? We got a gangbang going on over here? What'd you say? Yeah, I said it. Step on my friend's lawn, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Your car is badass. Too bad you're a pussy.